In our experience, a lot of people tricked us or like, used us.
That's what's hardest for me, yung sasabihin ng ibang tao. They question me a lot because I have a good job in Canada, and then here I have nothing. I have to start from the beginning.
I guess just do what makes you happy, whether it's hard or easy. If you know you're happy doing it, I think it's gonna be worth it.
You make me choose between Canada or the Philippines, I would definitely say the Philippines 100%.
Hi guys, so I am outside Lotus Plus. It is a bubble tea coffee bar place located here in Taytay, Rizal. It is owned by one of my friends who I go way back with, who I kind of grew up with in Canada, and they also moved back to the Philippines. This is the first time in a long time that I get to sit down and chat with them. So I'm gonna take you guys inside and we're gonna ask them a few questions about how they're adjusting to the life in the Philippines and some of the hardships that they have potentially encountered. We also own District Barbershop here, and it's also located here in Taytay, Rizal. If you guys are in Taytay, Rizal, I think this is called The Gate. Come check them out. They're really friendly. While you're getting a haircut, you can drink some bubble tea, have some coffee.
We're gonna get the perspective on how it is living here in the Philippines. And they've been here for a couple of years. John has been here for 6 months? Yeah. 6 months? And he's gonna stay here for good. Jay and Jamae, a friend from Canada, they've been here for about 5 years or so. And how about EJ? 3 years?
So these are my friends from Canada. They all moved here to the Philippines, and I've known them all since high school. Is it high school? Yeah, grade 10. They moved here, at different times, so we're gonna get their perspective on how their adjustment was. Before I ask them the questions, I'm gonna do a this or that, or kind of like a fast talk kind of question, para to loosen up the muscles, babe. First victim is Jamae. Okay, we're gonna do a this or that question. Okay. Netflix or Hulu?
Netflix.
Night or morning?
Night.
Train or airplane?
Airplane.
Owe me money or owe you a favor?
Owe me money.
Okay. City or countryside?
City.
Hang out with little kids or old folks?
Little kids.
Okay. So now, alam na natin po ang mga nilalaman ng subconscious niya. So, first question for you. How many years ago did you move here sa Philippines?
Kala ko si EJ. I moved here 5 years ago.
Okay, and is that consecutively?
No, not.
We just leave it up 5 years ago. Yeah, leave it up 5 years ago.
But then we kept going back and forth until maybe 4 years ago. Why are you gonna make me do math, girl? 4 years ago, then we totally stayed and we haven't gone. We haven't.
Okay, so ulitin mo, di ko naintindihan.
So 5 years. So 5 years ago, my husband and I, we decided we're gonna move here. Within that year, we didn't really stay here in the Philippines for like the whole time. We kept moving back to Canada, Seattle. After that year of going back and forth, we finally decided, okay, we're gonna stay here. And then ever since then, we've been here.
What made you move to the Philippines? Like, what was the it factor or deciding factor?
Deciding factor, maybe it's because for me, I started doing modeling here when I wanted to move here, and that was one of my dreams. I wanted to model and I wanted to get into acting, and so that was one of the main reasons why I moved here. And then my husband he was tired of working and he just wanted to have his own business. He wanted to be his own boss, so that's one of the main factors that made us move here.
Oh, okay.
So basically, you kind of followed your dreams, like what you wanted to do. That's like us too.
Yeah.
You know, that's basically why we moved here, amongst other things, but that was the top of the list. Okay, ready ka na, EJ? So magkapatid sila. Kaya magkamukha. Okay, moving on to the next sistra. So for her, it's gonna be just questions.
Oh my god.
Okay, so just like what we did earlier, we're gonna do like random quick iceberg questions first, and then we'll do the question. What's the longest you've ever gone without a shower?
3 days.
What's the longest? And then, without a shower, 2 days.
2 days, okay. Mainit ba nun? Winter or summer?
Summer.
Okay. Malagkit yun. Okay. Yun lang. Hindi ko mabasa. Okay, what's the one thing you wish you could unsee?
Unsee? Why is this question so hard? Unsee ghost.
Oh, you've seen a ghost.
You're gonna tell us the story.
Okay, we'll save that for another video. So, question for you, EJ, is first, when did you move here, and how long did you stay here consecutively?
I moved here.
sorry.
I moved here 2019.
Okay.
And then what's the next question?
And that consecutively up until now, hindi ka na bumalik.
2019, and then I moved back to Canada for 3 months. And then I went back here December 2019, and then since then, I didn't return.
Okay. So wait, I just want to clarify. So before 2019, I just want to clarify na you came here when you were you came here in 2019. Pero prior to that, did you try staying here for like a couple of months?
I stayed here 2018 for just
A year.
for vacation. I tried, and then I moved back here for good after I got married.
Oh, okay. So you're married. You got married here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So just want to clarify that all of them, pati siya, we are all dual citizens. Yeah, we hold the Canadian citizenship and we're also Filipino. For those of you guys who don't know, once you become Canadian, you lose your Filipino citizenship. That's why you have to reacquire it. And for us to be able to stay here for this long, it's because, we're duals. What was the hardest thing about moving here to the Philippines for you?
For me, the hardest thing. The hardest thing, I guess for me, honestly,
Hindi dishonest.
or dishonestly, no, because I guess for my parents, I think that's the hardest thing. Kasi my parents really wanted us to, stay in Canada because we technically studied there and worked there. And then moving here, it felt like, for some people, it's like a downgrade. For some, I guess, but everybody's trying to go to Canada for a better opportunity. But me, I already have that and I still have to move back. So I think that's what's hardest for me, yung sasabihin ng ibang tao before.
They questioned you a lot.
Yeah, they questioned me a lot because I have a good job in Canada, and then here I have nothing. I have to start from the beginning, right? So that's it. What people would say.
And that's something that we've experienced too. A lot of people have asked us or questioned us, especially relatives who can just be like frank with you and say, oh, you wasted your parents' efforts to going back to Canada or to going to Canada, and then you just came back here. It's like, may isa pa nga nag-comment na, nasa kama ka na, pumunta ka pa sa sahig or something like that. Yeah. Pero yeah, malamig nga. So, nakalimutan ko na sasabihin ko. Yeah. Oh, sipon. Yeah. You won Miss Universe! This is their brother. What's your name again?
Jan.
Apo yung brother. Parang kinabahan ako.
So remember, guys, in the beginning, I always do like a little game. Okay, your question is, what is one thing that you had to give up before moving to Canada that you regret giving up?
Nothing. I feel like I wouldn't do this if I regretted something. I made a decision of like
hindi nakikinig yung isang estudyante dito. Sabi niya, what's the question? Okay, go.
Siguro, mga friends ko, siguro. Kasi wala akong friends dito na masyado marami. So, hindi. Parang nakakamiss lang kasi sa Canada, mas marami kaming kaibigan. I think yung mga friends ko sa Canada na nakilala ko for the past 18 years. So, parang hindi naman siya regret. Nakakamiss lang.
Exactly. So it's nice to know that we're not alone. I started feeling that like 2 months ago. And lapit. Oh my God. Why am I so puffy there?
So used to chilling with our friends right after work or like on the weekends. We'll be drinking with them and all that. But now, since we're new here, like especially the three of us, because I came here a little later than all of you. Because you came here like October, a few months after. A few before, yeah. So, for me, it's like, just observing.
Yeah, it's true. Like, you need to kind of adapt to kung ano yung mga ginagawa nila, sinasabi nila, paano sila kumikilos, ganun.
I don't think we're kind of, like, we're not the same. Like,
Bakit alien ka ba?
like, we're all Filipinos, but since we've been there for like almost 2 decades, it's a different environment, different culture. Like the jokes are different. Like
Yung mga saying, expressions.
the expressions are different. The slangs are different.
But I'm learning.
But I'm learning.
Yeah, you did a great job. So, pagod na po kaming lahat. Nagagutom na kami.
You got good answers.
Yeah, those are really good answers and hindi yan praktisado.
Only questions for me.
Yeah, gusto mo marami pang question? Makakating pa ko eh, madalas. So ngayon, magsasayaw na tayo. We're gonna do a final question and all of you guys can answer if you want, but this one is... Okay. What is one advice that you would give to somebody who's planning to move from Canada to the Philippines or from anywhere else to the Philippines?
Okay, my advice, my advice would be, teacher! Sayo muna tayo, chug. Ako, my advice ko is like, my voice! Umiyok.
Advice, I guess, is I think it's more general. Do what makes you happy in life. You know, if going back home makes you happy, then do it. Yun lang yata. Nakalimutan ko nga.
Kahit na sino na lang. Okay,
Okay,
go.
sige. So my advice would be, hold on. Just keep on. No, hold on. Hold on. Don't lose hope. If you're really decided that you want to live here and stay here, it's gonna be hard. Very hard so many times because change is a big thing. It's different, right? The culture, like my brother said, the culture, the people. Don't isolate yourself. There you go. Get connected with people. But in terms of that, you know, pray for the ones that God would really give you people that you could trust, because here, in our experience, a lot of people tricked us or like, you know, used us for our money and stuff like that. We hardly find people that, since we come here and we don't really have a lot of friends and stuff like that, and then these people that you trust and then they trick you or they take your money and stuff like that. Praying to God and sticking with, you know, like really having that intuition or discernment on who to trust. We did find good ones. We went into a church community, and that's a really helpful thing for us. Our families here, sometimes, you know, family could trick you too, but in here, it's one of the things that we had to learn. It was very hard for us, but you just gotta learn how to move on and really be not so much trusting with people. That's what I would say. Like, be careful, because a lot of people, when you come here, they'll be like, oh, you have money, oh, you should invest in this business, you should do this and that and that. So that's one of the things that we learned. It took us a long time to actually be like, okay, yeah, we're grounded. It didn't take us like maybe 3 months. It took us 2 years or a year, but this is our home. We could call it our home. And if you make me choose between Canada or the Philippines, I would definitely say the Philippines 100%.
So for me, I second the motion. For me, you have to immerse yourself first, I guess, in the country or here in the Philippines para hindi ka mabigla sa mga moves mo. So immerse yourself here, the culture, so you can kind of tell whether you would really want it here or hindi pala.
So mag-try mo na sila ng
trial like a month to 6 months ganyan before you really actually decide. And then once you've really decided to move here, you just really have to embrace the season because tumatawa siya. Bakit? Embrace your seasons, like yeah, because there's summer, rain. Joke lang. Na yung seasons ng life mo, parang no regrets. Kasi darating yung point na, okay, first punta mo dito, you enjoy it. And then after a while, parang isip mo, tama ba itong na-decide ko? You just have to keep moving. Parang keep going. Huwag ka mag-give up right away kasi there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So yun, you just, no regrets. Yan.
Okay. Maganda yun. Kasi I think yun yung answer ni Jano. Any advice? Even pre, post, kahit na.
I guess just do what makes you happy, you know. I feel like that's the best advice I could, say, I guess, because whether it's hard or easy, if you know you're happy doing it, I think it's gonna be worth it. It'll be scary, but just don't give up. It'll happen. Trust God. Trust God.